All right, we should be live and rolling as of right about now. First thing I'm gonna do is just send out my little regular twitch.tv Serverside blast, whatever, link blast. All right, we live. And done, and done, and done. All right. I think that's really all I'm gonna do tonight. Normally I would share it in a few more places, but as of right now, I'm not particularly worried about it. These streams are really just for fun. They aren't really to get rich and famous and powerful and become a dictator. No, certainly not. Alright, so first things first, I will let you see what I see with my handy dandy new stream deck. I can just push a button. How cool is that? I was looking into cron jobs on Vercel and how those work. I'm also just going to turn this down to 1 tick. But yeah, I was looking into cron jobs and how you can run them on Vercel. Turns out it's really easy. You literally just give it a path to like an API route and schedule in a JSON, Vercel.json file. Pretty sweet. But that's not what we're here for tonight, people. No, it's not. What we are here for tonight is, yes, we're going to be doing some tile map stuff. Be friendly, swear to your heart's content, just not at each other, zero tolerance policy regarding hate speech, don't send links with nudity. Twitch says we can't. Yes, I believe that was my old school thing, my what's it called? My chat thing. Also, I can't see your message on the actual stream. What's going on with that? Hold on. Might have to do some scene editing on the fly here. Chat. Doesn't really have any things to link it. Oh! It's through an action, so it may not count. Ah, I see. Okay, so we can just get out of that. Cool. Alright, good to know. Oh, redeemed, highlight my message. I see. So get reeked. Indeed I will. I'm pretty versed in getting reeked at this point. So let's head over into our game /v2 Hex.club. We'll say client, npm run start. Drop down into the server directory. Yarn workspaces are neat, says FetchBot. Well, yeah, but npm's just as good nowadays. Who, you know, it's just as good, I swear. Also, I never really got into Yarn. It's fine. It has Yarn has nice progress bars, I will give you that much. A classic Yarn package, blog. Wow, apparently I can't copy links in. Maybe if I do this, can I do that? Yeah, I can do that. Okay. I'm using Twitch Studio for the first time ever. As opposed to OBS, which I have used for a really long time, and it's pretty sweet. I'm not gonna lie. Workspaces in Yarn, mono repos, Lerna, introducing Yarn workspaces. Huh. I don't really feel like reading this whole thing, so like what's the takeaway? What is a Yarn workspace, if I may? But the gist is that Yarn will need to install dependencies where they make sense to avoid installing a dependency more often than it needs to. Okay, sure. That I could see being cool, yeah, no doubt. So the purpose of tonight's stream is to basically, you can see we have these pretty new tiles which are rendering and have nice lighting effects on them, etc. But we need to make them so that you can't do this. You can't walk over top of them. I'm sort of on the fence about whether or not I want to make it so that you can like shoot spells over top of them, because that might add some like tactical interesting elements, like because currently you can just yeet spells over them. And I'm thinking maybe it could block just player movement, but not block the spells, so you can like, they're like low walls that you can like shoot over, in theory. That might be cool. Anyway, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. That is the goal for this evening's stream, is to add collision detection in such a way that I can still work with the maps and tiled, and not have to like rewrite a million colliders every single time. First time chat! Archaeological Jur. Hey, I wanted to offer promotion of your channel viewer. Ah, yes. Okay, I see there. Thank you, Archaeological Jur, but not super interested. Ad, says Fetchbot. Yes, indeed. No, sorry, not interested in that. You might not have been here for this, but at the start of the stream, I did mention I don't really have any goals for this stream. This is just me having a fun time on Friday nights. So thank you, but no thank you. Anyway, I figure the first step in achieving this is finishing off the script I started writing, which will parse the maps in my no build folder, which I know Fetchbot loves that I do this. It's just his favorite thing in the whole world. Yeah, so all the JSON files and maps should be parsable, and basically turn them into a different JSON file, or maybe even just a TypeScript file that exports an object with all the map data. Which apparently I've already pulled out most of it. I've got the tiles layer, or the tiles of the layer that we're interested in, which in this case is just the only layer, the structures layer. And then we've got, yeah, just a warning if there is no data or invalid data. So let's see if this in itself works so far. I think I did also add this to the package JSON, the only thing in the package JSON, so parse map is the command we're looking for. So I'll open up yet another terminal, drop down into the project's root, and we'll just say npm run parse map 1. So I think that's what it was called. There you go, and now it says reading file, blah, 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 and it drops out 78 by 78, which is the width and height in tiles. So that's cool. Yeah. I guess the next thing we need to do is to restructure this into a format that makes sense for my project, which I think is literally just going to be as simple as going like this, output equals blah, 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 and we'll just give it the tiles, the width, and the height. And then we need to say, we'll do a console log. We'll say console log writing file, and we'll say, maybe I'll do what I did, yeah, in the start here, which was, and no, I'm too lazy to do that. Writing file, I will make a variable for it, but just so I can use it in two places. We'll say output path t-minus roughly 48 hours. Yeah, dude, no kidding. I know exactly what you're referring to, and darn tootin', it is t-minus 48 hours. It's kind of exciting, man. Yeah, that's pretty sick. For those who don't know, which I'm assuming is everyone, I'm headed to San Francisco in t-minus 48 hours for this year's GDC conference. I'm very, very lucky in that my job is paying for me to fly out and paying for my tickets and whatnot. And it's going to be a grand old time. I'm really excited. I've never been to GDC, and I have always wanted to go, so that's pretty cool. Plus, I get to meet Mr. Fetchbot himself, and I get to meet a bunch of my coworkers who I've never met in person, etc. At some point, I wanted to get your opinion on something code-related. Got a bit of boilerplate code. I'm not sure how to refactor other than nuking everything. Yeah, sure, man. We can look at that if I get through all this stuff in a decent amount of time. Although I will warn you that oftentimes, yep, says Fetchbot, cool. I will warn you that oftentimes nuking things is like my go-to approach, so, you know, take that as you will. So we want to go, for the output path, we want it to be dot slash. I think dot slash. That's fair, says fetchbot. Right on. Yeah, dot slash client slash source slash assets slash maps slash the actual file name, which in this case will be file name.json. Yeah, so file name dot wait, I think we're gonna make it a oh wait, what am I talking about? That's not where this should go. We want this to go on the server, not on the client. Just wanted a second opinion before I go all in. Yeah, makes sense. Oh, okay, we don't even have really a folder structure for this on the server yet, so I'll say maps, make a new folder, so it'll actually be dot slash server slash maps slash file name, and I'm gonna say .ts because I've done this before, and I happen to know that some fetchbot's here, so maybe he could help with this, but I happen to know that importing JSON objects from a JSON file in TypeScript is a little weird, like just through straight import statements. Probably a way to do it properly, but I never bothered. Anyway, we'll say writing file 2, or just writing file, output path, dot, and then we're gonna say we're gonna need another function from fs/promises, which will be write file, and then we'll say should I put it in a try catch? Sure, probably. Try await write file file path like. So this is going to be the handle, so that'll be output path, and then the data, which it's expecting array buffer view iterable, array buffer view, async iterable, internal.stream. Okay. If I just to say JSON dot what is it? Encode? No. JSON dot stringify, that's what it is. If I say JSON dot stringify output, see if that works. Console.log, done. Catch, and we'll say console. We're doing errors, so console.error, error, error, writing file. And that might be as simple as this script needs to be, so let's find out. We'll just do the same one. Reading file, writing file, done. So let's see what it wrote. Maps, map1.ts, and there indeed, oh right, but it's not exporting it, so that's actually invalid. Also, it's having a hard time, VS Code is having a hard time keeping up with all those underlines. So let's just basically append, or we'll use string literals because why not, they're cool. Yeah, so we just want to say export. Do we just want to say export? Is that all we need? Let's find out. I don't know. There we go. Writing file done. Now let's take a look at that server map again. No, I didn't like that. Left side comma. Wait, left side of comma operator is unused and has no effect. Let's just try export default. Hopefully it's writing valid. Well, of course it's valid JSON. That's not the problem. Anyway, whatever. Let's just see what it does. Yeah, there you go. It likes that. No syntax highlighted errors. So that'll work. Now, the next thing I want to do is pretty much do the server logic, which for that, the first thing we're going to need for the server logic is going to be, we've got a wall poly, but we're going to want a function wall box, id string, x, number, y, number, and we'll say width, number, height, number. And it's also going to return a physics body. And I'm basically just going to steal this. But we're going to change a couple things. And I think I'm going to have to change the physics body type, because at the moment, or not the physics body type, but the body type, because something tells me it's not going to be compatible with anything other than polygons at the moment. Box, is that what I want? Position, potential vector, which will be x comma y. Oops. And then the width, which is width, and the height, which is height. And that can be it, I think. Nothing's actually yelling at me, so that's kind of surprising, but cool. It returns a box, whereas this one returns a polygon. I just want to take a quick look at this body type using the neat trick that I've made a build command that's longer than the file it's building. Good lord. Although I completely believe that if anyone has done that, it's you, sir. Oh, body type is not what I want. Physics body, here we go. Body and... oh, interesting. Oh wait, no. O type is body. Here is the file it's building. LOL. Export default dir name. Yeah. That's, so your very, very long build file command, whatever, builds that single line. Because if so, I have some follow-up questions. Yep. All right. Why? Why? Pork why? Porky why? Porky why? That's a good way of saying pork why in a silly way. Oh, I see. Type body equals point, line, ellipse, circle, box, or polygon. So that is actually going to work. Because I want all the source files to be TypeScript and in the source folder so I can git ignore dist. Okay, okay. Seems like a reasonable reason. Where are my helper functions at? Wall poly, wall box. Here we go. So we've got wall poly. And then now we're gonna need to use wall box, which is going to be, this is where we're creating the the game. Well, creating the map, but creating the game is the name of the function, create game. And the package is going to be holding static files to the server from a website, so I just want it to host the dir name of the static files. All right, well, fair enough, I can see that. That seems like a use case. All right, I'll buy it. Buy it, then I'll flip it and sell it for more. Anyway, let's see here. So we got create game. We're creating circles. Oh, these are all the players. So we're creating circles for the players. So I can do import static file dir from package/client. Okay, yeah, sure, I get it. I got you. Now this is the random polygon generation, which is going to remain untouched. Polygon equals new random polygon. And this is where we're inserting it into the physics body. So this is where it's kind of important to pay attention. And this should be the for loop that's iterating through all that. Yes. So now, I guess first thing we need to do is import the map itself. So we'll say import tile map 1 from dot slash maps slash map 1. There, so now we've got tile map 1, which blah blah is not used. That's great, thank you. By the way, FetchBot, do you happen to know of any good VS Code plugins where you can like mark a line and then jump between the lines you've marked? Because that would be really useful, because I find myself scrolling around a lot when I'm working with big files. 1 sec, says FetchBot. All right, cool. FetchBot knows. So anyway, we'll say, oh yeah, this is always fun. I always kind of forget. There is a really simple trick for getting the index based on X and Y. I don't know, we'll deal with that when we get there. So we'll say Exodius Studios comment anchors. Okay. I am gonna take a pause and try and install this, because oh wait, comment anchors. Comment anchors. This doesn't say Exodius. It says Starline Studios. Y times width plus X. Boom, this is why they pay you the big bucks. This is something dot studio. Place anchor tags with comments for easy file workspace, blah blah blah. Let's just see it in action, would be cool. Anchor, used to indicate a section of your file. Alt page up, alt page down. Navigate between the anchors. Okay, cool. That sounds good. Let's get this one. That's it? Okay, sweet. Got the right one. Okay, let's try it here. So I'm gonna say, ooh, link anchor, review anchor. So that's what it said to do. Now if I scroll way up here, I'm doing whatever I'm doing up here, and then I press Alt page down. Boom, we're at the anchor. Sick. Awesome, that's very handy, and I kind of needed that my whole life, but anyway, that's cool. Sweet. So now we're gonna say for wait, hold on. We'll say const width height tiles equals tile map 1 for now. In the future, we'll have it randomly select a tile map and relay that to the client. But for now, we're just going to work with one single tile map. So we'll say for let x equals 0, x is less than width, or just less than width, x plus plus. Though sometimes I like to start with y in these kind of loops, but for now we'll just do x and y. Oops. We'll say for let y equals 0, y is less than height, y plus plus. Alright, so we're looping over our tiles in an xy fashion now. Now we'll say const we'll say tile index equals, as FetchBot said, y times width plus x. That should be our tile index. And then from that, we can get our tile for this position, which would be const tile equals tiles tile index. And then, what do we want to do next? We want to just draw a box. That's, or a physics body for that tile. So we'll say const body equals wall box this time. Oh, but we also needed to give it an object ID, which is, although I think instead of object, we're going to call this tile underscore for the ID. Tile underscore that, so that'll be the object ID. Actually, I'm just going to change this in both places to just ID because I'm a little pedantic. So anyway, we got ID first, and then we need the X, which is X, oh no, X times width Yes, that makes sense. X times the width. Y will be Y times the height. Width is width. No, it's not width. That would be silly. Width is whatever I made the tile width to be, which was 128. That's probably something I should look at encoding into the map, but whatever. We'll ignore that for now. So 128 by 128. To do stop hard coding tile size. All right. So we've got a body with an ID, etc. Then we'll say physics.insert body. And that, I believe, might be all we need. So let's save it. Let's reboot our game server. And let's head on over to the browser land and see if we got it working. So if this works, that'll mean that I can no longer walk through these, but I can, and that's not correct. So, I didn't really do anything for collision, the actual collision detection, did I? So that'll be in the game's tick loop. Where is that? Oh, here we go. This is looking promising. So body type wall. Oh, but it does have a body type of wall, I thought. Oh, yes, but this is because... Yeah, wall is kind of misleading here. Player versus wall. I'm wondering if I should refactor this whole thing. We're only 27 minutes in, so maybe I should refactor this whole thing. Except I'm not going to do that because I'm lazy. So instead of that, we're just going to get the object ID, and we'll say if object ID... I wonder if it errored. No, it didn't error. That's weird. If object ID dot starts with object underscore, then we'll treat it, we'll do all the draining logic. Otherwise, just basically push it back. So something tells me that this isn't by itself gonna fix the broken collision detection. I feel like the issue lies somewhere else. But we'll see if it works. By the way, FetchBot, the map is significantly smaller now, just FYI. So let's see here. Nope, can definitely still walk over all the walls. I'm wondering, what else could it be? So they're 128 by 128 squares. I'm gonna add another one of those anchors here. So let's see. I swear there was like you had to like update the physics system after you inserted, but maybe insert does that by itself. I don't know. This is odd. Let's see. I'm gonna just throw a console log just to make sure it's actually hitting this point. Inserting tile map bodies. Let's see this. So now we should see this right on, actually not on boot, but we'll see it on the first connection. So let's make that first connection. Right here, we should see it. And there you go, inserting tile map bodies. So it is getting to that point. Let's see, what else could it be? Oh, I'm not using... Oh, I see what I'm doing, dum-dum. Right, yeah, I get what's going on here. I think the entire map is one big, covered in one big square effectively, because I'm doing it for every single tile in the map. So I feel like I'm just getting out of bounds in the tile, like right off the bat, and it's just not, yeah, okay. I'm gonna do this and basically break my terminal here, just because I want to see what the structure of these tile objects looks like. Okay. Oop. Oh, it is just the index. Okay, perfect. So we'll say if tile equals, or actually we'll say, because I know it's going to be a few of them, dot, does it includes? Yeah, includes tile. So if, what are the indexes going to be, I wonder? I can probably just find out here, ID 0, 1. So it's going to be that plus 1, because 0 is actually empty space. What's the goal here? Just to make it so you can't walk through walls with the server. So it's going to be 2, or 3, 4, 5, and 6. So 3, 4, 5, and 6. 3, 4, 5, 6, hopefully. Let's find out. Alright, 3, 4, 5, or 6. Show me the money. Oh, okay. And still we can walk through them, that's a drag. Interesting. What else could it be, I wonder? Wait, let's first of all make sure it is actually entering this statement. I'm also just curious if I got the indexes right, so that kind of helps put my mind at ease about that. Yeah, I see 6s, I see 4s, I see 5s, I see 3s, which is all the numbers I have in there, so great. So that's working. Oops. What else do we need to do here? Yeah, no, it's definitely hitting it, but I'm not really too sure. Wait, am I for sure returning that body? Physics body, whatever. Yeah, return. This all looks fine. What else? Seriously, I'm actually running short on ideas right now. I'm really not sure about this.
Look left, look right. I done come with a hook right. Hook right, hook right. This what the angles look like. Way up, stood high.
Where's my other anchor? Let's see. Oh, interesting. It works for to-do comments too, apparently. Does it? It does. Okay, that's cool. This is the kind of thing that really confuses me doing server stuff, is it's really weird to get, there's no like visual debugging for this stuff, right? Ooh, although we could potentially try something kind of cool here. But I'll come back to that if need be. try the not cool things first. So this is where we're handling all of the game's collision detection. Let's see, what if I just console.log touching here. So this should, this is probably going to be a mess, but we'll find out. Because I'm thinking it's going to work for, yeah, that's not helping the situation here. So let's cancel that. Let's just do this. Let's say console.log touching wall. And we'll see if it's even detecting the collision at all when which I don't think it is, but this will confirm or deny that. Let's see here. Yeah, so no touching the wall yet. But what about if I do this? Right, that should have a few touching walls. Yep, good. And then, what about over here now? This is the big question. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just run into this wall and see if it goes above 5. So it's not entering the condition at all. So that's really where our problem lies here. So interesting. So if it's not entering this condition, it must mean that the I don't know, the O type isn't being assigned properly or something. Yeah. Let's see. So physics.insert body, and the body should, because it's a physics body, it should contain an O type. But let's test that theory. We'll say console.log body O type. I have another wild theory if this doesn't show anything interesting to us. So it's a bunch of 2s, which 2 should be the O type for 2 should be the O type of wall. Yeah, okay. So that's correct. So the next question becomes yeah, why is it not tripping this up? Oh, I wonder if it works for bullets. I haven't tested that yet. Let's see if it works for bullets. No. I guess it wouldn't really, would it? Alright. Doo-doo. I don't want to just sit here and fiddle my thumbs because I don't know what I'm doing, but it's kind of what this is becoming. So object ID starts, oh that, yeah, we're not even there, we're here. My other theory was maybe, for some reason, the A and the B are flipped. So like, in this case, B would actually be the player and A would be the wall. So let's try that, test if that has any validity. So we'll say B.O type equals body dot type dot player, and a dot o type equals body type dot wall. Then we'll say console dot log touching wall. Let's try this out. So we should have a bunch of touching walls if that was successful, and we do not. So what else could it be, man? Because it should be in the physics system by the time the game starts, right? So I'm just trying to remember if there's anything else that I have to like define to like set up these collisions, but I don't think there is. I could be wrong. Let's say game.physics. Oh, I wonder. Create circle, that's for the player. Remove, remove, remove. And then again, create circle. So physics.create circle, again for the player. And just insert, yeah, as the random polygon. It's like I'm thinking there was like you needed to use one of those like insert X, insert circle, insert square, box, whatever, to get it to force it to update. But like, you know what? Let's do some reading. Let's find out if that's the case. What's it called? Detect collisions npm. These guys actually have a pretty decent documentation website, so let's have a look. I don't get why it would work with one but not the other, but like maybe polygons are handled differently internally, who knows. Only insert body. Create and insert body. Update body or system. Yeah, maybe there isn't a thing for this. I thought there was. I thought there was like a you insert it, then you update the whole system so that it knows about it. But I guess not? Not really giving me a lot here. What the heck? We've console logged in here, so we know it's reaching this point. Oh, here's maybe something we could do is, yeah, it'll be here. And then right at the top here, I want to say, if a.o type equals body type dot wall and a.oid starts with underscore, what did I call it? Tile? I think I called it tile. Or no, tile underscore. Console.log touching a tile. Then we'll just do the same for B, but we'll just note that in the thing here. B.o type. Oh, I screwed something up there. Did I? Maybe I didn't. Oh. B. Touching tile B. Alright, let's see what this yields. This should tell me if like the tiles at all are colliding with anything ever. Which it might just, yep, touching tiles, so they're in there and they are colliding with stuff. I don't know why I'm continuing with this, because that's not really going to help me. Actually, I do want to see one thing. I feel like I introduced a bug. Oh no, I didn't. Okay. Let's see, what else could there be? Well, hold on, let's stick with this for a minute. So, I'm gonna leave that there. Just examine this. Body type player. Body type wall. Which it is. Right? Right. Feel like I might have already done this, but b.oid starts with tile underscore console.log player touching tile. See if this yields some slightly more interesting results. I will have to comment out that up here, or just get rid of it really. Lapwell, first time chat. Hey, it's your first time on the stream, bro. What's up? How you doing? Glad you could make it. Pretty good, says Lapwell. I'm glad to hear you're doing pretty good. Okay, debugging moment of truth here. Nothing logged yet. Let's see if touching these tiles will start screaming at me in the log. It doesn't. Okay, so that yeah, I'm pretty sure I already did this check, but like it for sure isn't yeah, it for sure isn't entering this condition if it's there is no condition where a.otype is a player and b.otype is a wall one that starts with tile, which is some bullshit, man. Like, what the hey? What the hey? And yet, that other test we did to check if any collisions between something with, I already forget what that test was, so I'm putting it back. Get rid of that one. Alright, so that test, this one, a.otype is wall. Hey, the Mitching Hour, Mr. Mitch, how are you doing? You made it too. Glad you could make it, sir. How you doing? We're currently debugging some... Hey, Lapwell, shout out for the follow, Ming. Doing good, man. How's it going? Not bad. We're currently debugging, trying to make these walls actual walls that you can't walk through, which is like some pretty basic programming stuff, like game development stuff. However, we do have the twist of the collision detection has to happen on the server, not on the client. So that makes it extra fun because there's a lot less visual tools out there to help us. Hold on, I've got a theory here. Ooh, wait. I wonder what the origin point is for this map. Because if the origin... Wait a minute. Wait just a minute. Okay, hold on. I bet you if I start walking into the bottom, like, corner of this game, I'm going to start getting... yeah, there you go. I'm going to start getting all kinds of ghost collisions. Boom, so they're there, they're just offset. The origin must be in the center for the map, whereas I believe it would be top left for the map data that we're feeding into it. Lapwell says the only tool for debugging ever needed is console.log. You're here. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Even having that is quite a blessing. Yeah, so that's okay. So that's actually an easy fix. So we figured it out. We figured it out, guys. Good for us. So I'm gonna get rid of that anchor because I'm not gonna be needing it anymore. Drop down to this anchor, and now we just have to get the actual pixel X and Y, which is going to be. I'm just trying to think. Do we already have the map width and height in here anywhere? Map width, map height. Apparently we do. Do we have it here? Map height. Yeah, we do. Okay. So we need it to say right here where we're calculating the X and Y. We want it to be that minus map width divided by 2, not 20, 2. And then I might just break this out into separate lines just to make it nicer to look at. And that one, and very lovely, very nice. I'm also gonna get rid of this 2do because let's be real, I'm never gonna do it. So we'll do the same thing for Y. Minus map height divided by 2. This is what I'm talking about having visual debuggers for server code though. Would be nice because player touching tile, why is that still there? Okay, maybe I shouldn't have been so quick to ditch that anchor, but whatever. We'll just test it out and see if it works first. So boot this up. And let's see, so now if I run into this, it still don't work. That's kind of a drag. Weird. Would it be plus? I would assume it would be the other way around, but see if we can trigger any ghost collisions right now. Oh yeah, here's a ghost collision. So where would the origin point be, I'm wondering now. So that should be the actual... It almost feels like it's close. Because... I don't know. I shouldn't be guessing about that stuff. That's not going to be helpful. Alright. Okay, player touching tile, that's gone now. Good. But... yeah, this is kind of sus. Times... so that's the width in pixels. Height in pixels. That's the map width. Wait, how did I do this? I feel like I might have done this in a really sloppy, weird way. Where's this coming from, I wonder? Map width divided by 2. Map height divided by 2. Well, no, actually, I guess that makes sense because we don't want it to go double on either side. So no, that makes sense to me. Map size square, which is a number. 78 times 128. So yeah, that's the dimensions of the map. Alright. What else? Should I just throw in random guess numbers here, or should I be smart about this? I'll try just doing the entire map, but I somehow doubt that will work. We're into the throwing darts at a dartboard approach. Very effective for those who don't know. Okay, let's see. Certainly not. Okay, another one we can try, another dart to throw at the board is plus instead of minus. Why that would be the case, I couldn't tell you, but hence darts. Nope, that didn't do it either. Okay. So, why? Wonder if this part of it's wrong. Because I feel like subtracting, because if it's, when we figured this out, we were finding that all of the tile bodies were down in the, what is it? First, second, third quadrant of the map. Which would indicate that they need to be offset backwards on both the X and the Y to come down nicely over that. I don't know why. I just feel like I want to try this. Take a quarter of the map width instead of the full map width. Again, just another shot in the dark here, but if it works, it works, and then I don't have to deal with this anymore, which is always cool. It's a juicy fire block. Yeah, no. That didn't do it either. Okay. No more throwing darts at dartboards. That doesn't really work. But yeah, I'm wondering if now perhaps the X and Y numbers are off here. Wait, what is... Wait, that's the... Oh, wow. I'm silly. That should be 128. That should be 128. We'll just make a variable for that. We'll say const. That's off in the middle of nowhere. Yes, correct. But we figured it out just now. Well, tile size square equals 128. Now all these 128s will be tile size square. Because I was offsetting by the map, the map width and height in not in pixels. That would be a disaster. The map width and height in tiles was what I was multiplying by, not the actual tile width and height. So this should now work. As long as we dotted all the I's and the T's. Oh, yep. I spawned inside of a wall, which is no bueno, but it does indeed appear to be blocking my movement. Excellent. So there we go, we now have collision detection. Took about an hour, but we've got it. I'm wondering if... You know what, no. I was thinking of something else we might be able to do, but I think that's opening Pandora's box in terms of development overhead. Anyway, we officially have collision detection on the tiles, so that's fun. Cool. Just wondering, does sort of feel early to jump off, so I'm trying to think of some other things that we could maybe address during this stream. How does everyone feel about bullets not colliding with tiles, so you can just shoot over top of tiles? I kind of like that personally, because it makes it so they're not really so effective as something that you can run into and hide from other players, but you can still block spells with objects as long as the objects are different types. If they're the same type, the spell can travel through it, it'll just slow down. That's the newest logic for spell collision. The next playtest will tell. Yeah, true. Good point. Yeah. Lapwell seconds that. Yep, for sure. Yeah, the maps are significantly smaller now. Like, significantly smaller. Oh, also, Mr. Fetchbot, check out what I was able to reduce the max lights to safely. Down to 100 now from 200. I cut that number in half, baby. Not really by doing anything clever, just by making the map smaller and have less objects on it. But, yeah, that was kind of neat. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been an honor and a privilege being your streaming person today. Yeah. Oh, look at that. We even timed it with the music. The mix that I made, because that's of course what I'm playing, is finished. It just finished. So that's cool. Anyway, yeah, I had a blast, everyone, and we got working collision detection on the tiles now, so that's cool. Yeah, join me next Friday where we'll do something else. There really isn't much of a plan for these streams. Nice timing. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, indeed. Oh, I should have paused it. That would have been cooler. It started again. Oh, well. Yeah, so thank you all for joining me on this adventure, and join me. Oh, here, this is a fun thing. Join me next Friday from San Francisco, because that's where I'll be. Fetchbot knows. Lapwell knows too. But anyway, yeah. Thanks everybody, and I will see you in the next one. See ya.